We don't know what's going to happen to you, sir, because you all the while now. So what is justice? Like, what exactly are you contributing towards society by joining the Justice Donahue defense team? You're going to teach people how to pin the tail on the elephant's nose. That is what the thing, like legal gambits, like how to go about pulling all kind of games. That's exactly what the Donahue has been teaching off the bench. That's why I'm glad with that Donahue. Donahue, you have no ethics. You have no right. You have no right to have anything to do with my file. You should not have touched my endorsement at all. But you are pissed on my endorsement 5 times. You are pissed on my family law things. You are pissed on my civil case. You're pissed on even my criminal case. You are pissed on everything of mine, and you claim that you have a bias and you're going to stay away. But yet you have marked my file. You have marked my file and created implicit and explicit biases over and over again. And you're walking away free with a smiley face. And now, after pissing and destroying their lives, making hundreds of men commit suicide, bringing family law into the gutter, setting the poor precedents. If we family laws in the freaking gutter, you have to attribute it towards the green face, green monster Donahue, the hater of society. And after doing all those things, now you become a defense lawyer. So you're going to teach criminals, and you're going to teach people like a doctor. There's not doctor. That guy is like a fake. That's how immoral this whole damn place is. That guy is like a fake monster. He's never been to the University of Montreal. Yet he has a master's degree in University of Montreal. And y'all all say he's not. I'm telling you, he's not. But no, you don't care. You don't know. We've already said you are free to go in all jurisdictions. We cannot take that back, sir. So it don't matter if you molested hundreds of children or thousands of children. As long as you are giving us the money, that is good. So now this Donahue defense. Now you're going to bring all that private knowledge that you have had on the bench. You're going to bring it now to the defense domain, and you're going to exploit all those loopholes and play all those gambits and play all those games just to make this continue this game of calling justice, which is actually pin the tail on the elephant, because justice is blind. There's nothing about justice. There's nothing about justice. There's the whole concept of justice comes from the book of Moses and the book of Judges, where Moses was he needs to mete out justice, and he doesn't have the time or the thing, so he delegates judges. Now all these judges, like even judge appointments. Who appoints these ludicrous little bunches of hate from a failed law society? Like all these justices were once upon a time lawyers. And how do you become a judge? You become a judge. How are you appointed? You are appointed by some kind of hateful, failed member of parliament or member of MPP. Why is that person you're not going to be a judge. Like when you're taking the appointment of let's say the appointment of what's her name, Wickard. There are several. I can tell you that there are several senior judges compared to Wickard. Wickard is like a witch, of course. But no, why was Wicked up? Because she right from the beginning, she's like a planned career. Okay, I'm going to pretend to represent men and women equally. I'm going to do this thing. I'm socially involved. I'm taking care of the artistic children. I'm doing this. I'm part of the community. I do social service. I'm fishing. I am gay and all those things. So you have to make me into a judge, and that is the reason why she's judge. No, this system has failed. This is not justice. This is like a open sesame game. I'm supposed to like knock my brains out, keep on be telling and trying to bring about motion after motion after motion after motion. I have authored 10 volumes of ludicrousness, and no matter what I say, no matter what I do, I have to say the right words. Now, how am I supposed to know the right words? They'll say, "Oh, why don't you go get some legal help?" Now, if I go, I've had 3 legal certificates, but no, there's no lawyer competent enough to represent me. The junior lawyers, they piss in their pants when they look at this system, because I've been put in the wrong under the wrong laws and the law right from the beginning. I should have been put under the families. All families are equal law. No, y'all stuffed me into this family law stupidity, and y'all made me into a mess. And y'all want to create and build like poop on top of poop on top of poop on top of poop till we have a sandcastle full of poop, and you expect me to live in that poop. You expect my children to thrive in that poop. No, this is the end, sir. This is the end of the so-called frickin' justice system. This justice system is a crock of like an ancient dinosaur that needs to be retired, that needs to be put to sleep. I have given you every opportunity to accept that you have failed and rectify yourself and do the right thing. But no, you insist on keep on doing this. This is, your sense of thing is, I have to come and tell you, give you the right word. There's no S in open size me. Did you say size me? No, I have to say the right word. Yeah, what is it? Is it Siamese? No, it is sesame seed. No, is it like sissy, or is it like susu, or like what? No, I have to say the right things for the blind woman to pin the rub tail on the elephant's ass, or she's going to put it on my face and call it justice. Why? Because the low-down son of a gun, the son of a no ethics, moral, only money worshipping, hateful member of a law society has used legal gambits. You and your freaking legal gambits are the destruction of society. So no, you have messed with the wrong person, ma'am. I have the absolute authority. My authority comes from God. Do you understand? My authority comes from the highest of the highest, and I hold all of you accountable. And you have failed society, and you will get the hell off the bench. And you, Charles, you are unfit to be king. You are not king, because no, justice has been a failure, and you have the audacity to come and say that you're going to continue the service of the Queen. No, the Queen has passed, and so has that whole gambit. No, you will get the hell off it. Canada refuses and rejects royalty from today. Canada, I am the king of Canada. I take over Canada. Because you have failed us. You have failed to meet our society. You have failed because of you. We have like 26% land choke interest. We have there's nothing. This is like a stuff your face, all you can face, stuff your face. This is a failure of politics. This is a failure of everything. This is a failure of the police. This is a failure of the judiciary. This is a failure of legislation. The legislation, it all starts with bad laws. Bad, hateful laws. Like how do we, it starts with poor legislation. First of all, the reason why we have this whole kind of stupidity is because of poor laws. Most of the laws that we have are being pulled out of a dark, damp place. They've been pulled out of the Catholic agenda. They've been pulled out of this 60s scoop. They've been pulled out of this residential school system, given a little twist and a little bit of a word WordPress and a little bit of formatting, a little bit of formatting, and made into kosher. But no, it all starts with bad laws. Our legislation is like a crap of shit. The legislation. What have you checked out? You go and check out the last 10 years of legislation. You just go and check out all the sausage stuffing of laws that are especially when you want to spend budgets, or you need like a budget for the destitutes, or you need for people who are hungry. You will see that there's poor, hateful, dreadful, sociopathic legislation conducted in the thing, and they have all the royal assent. And now Charles, Charles, you need to get the hell out, sir. You are the reason you are unfit to be king. I hereby declare you unfit to be king. You are unfit to be king because you yourself, if you were king, you would have the ability to manage your sexuality, and you would not go humping around with some committing adultery, where you are the reason why Princess Diana died. Because if you did not go humping around and doing all those crapshoot things, then Princess Diana wouldn't be going astray with Dowdy, and she wouldn't have been in Gay Parry, and she wouldn't have been in the accident. So no, sir, you are to blame, and you will go and spend the rest of your life on a little pension like the Nizam of Hyderabad in your frickin' Wales. In your little doobie skirt shirt, with your little love affair of your life. And you will not, the crown, you will not abuse the crown. The crown rejects you. I am the crown. I have royal blood. My family and we have done more for the crown than you or your entire clan has ever done for the crown. So I have perfect right. I am a lord. I am royalty, and I am claiming it. I let it go all these years. I let it go all these years, but no, I am claiming my rightful authority and my right to the crown, and I am hereby the crown. And I will ensure that we have smart, real-time justice, and I am Justice Dread. Yes, I am Justice Dread. And you will dread me with all your heart, soul, and mind, because I will bring true justice. I will bring justice to the child. I will bring justice to the widow. I will bring justice in the true sense, the way it's supposed to be. Not your pin the tail on the elephant. Not your, playing the game of open sesame. Not your playing of, circumnavigating the laws. Not your game of judicial bias. Not a game of your private agendas. Not a game of your putrid, easy money, paving the self for your own self-interests. So that is the beginning and the end of it all. We had enough of you, and you will fail. All of you will get the hell. If you are a justice, if you are sitting on the bench, I'm not really blaming all the justices. I'm not going to war against all the members of the legal society, because there are a few good members of this legal society. There are many, of course, but you have failed, sir. You have failed by keeping silent. You have failed by letting evil rule the bench. You have failed by doing nothing. You have failed by turning a blind eye. You have failed by condoning the failures of your superiors. You have failed by brown nosing. You have failed by your inactions. You have failed by your lack of fortitude. You failed with your lack of courage. You have failed with your lack of moral right. You have failed with your duty towards society. Now all of this claims, it seems like horrendous. All of these claims seems like really wretched. But this is true. All the evidence is right there in the 10 volumes. All the evidence is recorded and on the record in the Superior Court of Justice. All the evidence is right over there. But no, nobody will ever do anything about it. It can be right out there. Nobody gives a damn. Now even this son of a stupidity, This James Oxley. I have voice recordings of him insisting over and over again. I've recorded this guy because he didn't do it once, twice, thrice. His standard line is, I need to earn my dignity. So once I recorded him. And I have him under cross-examination. So I have him repeating. So I'm saying, so you trying to tell me that I'm supposed to earn my dignity? And he says, yes. Dignity is not a right, and you need to earn your dignity. And this is exactly the way this legal system works. They think they're going to punish me by taking my children away from me, by not letting me see my children, by destroying my children, by saying, no, sir, no. I have let you all gone all these days. I have let you gone, scot-free. I have made excuses after excuses, and like there's a song, let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be. I have let you be. But now is the time. Now is the time where there's no more letting you be. Now is the time where justice has come knocking on you, and there will be no bail for any judges. So what are the positives that are coming out of this? The positives that are coming out of this is we're going to have like a new judicial system where this is going to be cross-judiciary, just like the benefits of the HL7 system brings to the healthcare. We're going to have like a JL9 system, which brings standardization, interoperability, and we're going to create a new judicial system where we will have real-time justice, where all the domains, the judge, I'm pretty sure I've seen Judge Rakin or somebody on the cycle, keeping an eye on what I'm doing or something on those lines. Like they all know what's going on, but yet they want to play games with me. Oh, let's teach him a lesson. You really, your concept of teaching your lesson is telling on my children, is destroying the lives of my children. You're putting my children on the sure foot of, human trafficking and becoming into whores and pimps. That is what you are doing. That is your sense of justice. Oh, we'll teach him a lesson and we'll put a reserve on this case and we'll forget about it. Even if we put the reserve and forget about it for the next 10 years, we're still following case law. We're still good. No matter what you do, anything you do, we're still good, because that's the way. The justice is in the gutter. Even the appeals court, the court of appeals. Court of appeals is a crock of thing. Your whole process is like we have to make the concrete, the appeal. All your jargon and your crap is like hateful. Your appeals, within certain days, you have like 7 days to appeal on the thing, otherwise you have to seek legal court, you have to think of things. This is like a crock of shit. You have no concept about justice. Your justice is like a crock of failed bullshit. This is like a failed charade game. This is like the open sesame game. This is like a pin the elephant on the tail on the elephant. And no, sir, I had it. I can go on speaking volume after volume after volume. But this is the beginning of the end of the way we know justice today. This is not only the case in local Sarnia. If it is happening in this little cesspool called Sarnia Lambton, then it's happening everywhere. This is happening in Dixie. In Dixie, I've been in Dixie too. Over there, in the corridors of law, they decide who hangs and who dies and who lives and who dies, just based on we're going to do if you give me this, I'm going to do you this. If you do this for me, I'll do that for you. If you get this, if you win this, I'll do this. That is what it is. There is nothing about justice. People, the ordinary layperson will say, I have nothing to hide, I have nothing to worry, I've done nothing wrong, I will speak the truth and shame the devil, and I will get my justice. No, that is like stupidity. I've been under that false assumption for the past 16 years. This is not justice. This is a case of pin the tail on the elephant. This is what it is. Pin the tail on the elephant. Pin the tail on the elephant is what's the nature of the game. That's about it. So this woman is blind, and there's on the other side we have like senior lawyers who knows every kind of game about how to twist this woman, this blind bat, in circles and shove her in the wrong direction. And then I'm going to speak the truth, and it's really not going to hold because you played on a legal gambit which is already well established according to case law. And I don't know a clue about that legal gambit. So I'm going to talk about the truth and about the things, about the new kind of things where you got new law. Why do you think where the Mr. things I've already said the open sesame words? So no, sir, we had enough. I've given you a long rope, a 16-year-old long rope, and now it's time for y'all to go hang yourselves. With the same rope same kind of gallows that you've been hanging other people, you need to go and experience yourself to the same kind of justice. Now again, nothing. This is like this is like a movie script, or a documentary script, or a thing script, or something like this. Yeah, I would call it like a Netflix movie script, because no, sir, we are not going to take up this crack of shit anymore. This is not justice. This is just projection of hate. This is a game for this. There's no access to justice. Legal aid has failed. Legal aid has failed. You say, oh, you need to get to legal representation. Oh, you get a lawyer. Well, there are no lawyers. There's so much there's this this failure of society all over, every side you turn. There are no lawyers, even though I have a link. And the junior lawyers can't do jack. The senior lawyers are too occupied. They're too spread. They're like the son of a hater, Mark Simpson. He is spread himself as thin as, water. He has spread himself as thin as water. He has not read my case. He doesn't give a damn about the best interest of my children. All he does is come pull a few legal gambits. He represents people from Thunder Bay to the thing. He has taken on more than he can chew. There is like cases with all kind of senior lawyers. They've taken on more case law than they can hold. They're not able to really do any kind of justice towards the children. They're just like a crock of shit. They know that, I'll pull this gambit and this is going to shoot it down. So we'll play the game of pin the elephant. We play the game of open sesame. Yeah, then we play this little self-represented litigant. He does not know what to say. He does not know what. He has like only 3 minutes to make. Give me one moment of time. He has like 3 minutes to think, and in the 3 minutes he has to Nobody's going to read his affidavits. Nobody's going to read the material presented. Like even Mr. Simpson has one. Motions even without presenting any paperwork. Why the other person was wanted to enjoy like a family vacation in BC instead of attending the grandmother's funeral over here, because they were too busy enjoying their vacation. They were not able to write up material. While my mother is on the deathbed, you have put her on the deathbed, and instead of me spending the last moments with my mother, I have to go and create contempt motions. I have to write motions and then present them to you, and then you piss on them and you shit on them and you wipe your ass with them, and then you blame me back, and then you tell me that I'm to blame, and you take away my children, and you have fucked everything. And no, you are not going to walk away from this smiley face. There was a time, and the time was like 2021, where that was the last straw, sir. This is the straw that comes back. I'm not going to do anything illegal. I am not. I am the crown hereby. The king, you will abdicate, because you and that woman that you have fornicated, and you are unfit to be king. The queen, I had a love for the queen, okay? But now that the queen is gone, no. Canada hereby rejects the royal family. Canada rejects Prince Charles as king. Canada rejects your failure in justice, especially your failure in justice, in your judge appointments. none of you are fit to ascend to the crown. I am fit to be ascend to the crown because I am the one that connects heaven and earth. You have taken me for granted for too long. I am the conduct between heaven and earth. That is the meaning of a true king. Somebody who connects heaven and earth. And I do connect heaven and earth. And I warn you, I caution you, you mess with me and heaven itself will come down and rape you. Because you have messed with heaven. You have messed with the real foundations of justice. You have messed with God himself. And now God himself is going to come and shine his face upon you and send you to the eternal debaucheries of hell. Because that's where all of you belong. Because you have failed. You have been given the duty of meting out justice. And you have failed in that domain. And I hereby sentence all of you to a life imprisonment with no justice anymore. And you will have like a ad hoc trial. Or you will have like the same kind of shoddy justice you have forwarded people for the past 100 years. That same kind of justice will be forwarded to you, and you would be sent to the worst kind of freaking imprisonment with heavy, heavy labor. No, you're not going to get rid of me. You're going to get rid of yourself. And that is what justice is from hereby and from now onwards. And this I tell you in the name of everything that's true, in the name of justice, in the name of goodness, in the name of heaven, in the name of God, in the name of everything and the archangels. I am telling you, I am king. And you have taken me and my life and my children for granted for too long. And this is your end. So bye-bye and quit. Quit today. Quit today. Today is September 23rd. And you will quit, sir. You will quit justice and you will quit. You will just frickin' quit. You will quit and leave because you are unfit. You are an abomination to God and you are an abomination to justice. We cannot play this game of open sesame anymore. This is not justice. We cannot play this game of pinning the tail on the elephant anymore. This is a failure of society. Our society has come to a frickin' failure. We are at the World War III because you have failed this woman. You have messed around with her for 3 frickin' years, putting her on a house arrest, just like you've done to me. For diddly jack squat, and then you had to let her go. Why? And I've looked at that thing. It was all about, we have like a PowerPoint presentation by the Hong Kong Bank of Commerce. It's not that I know it. That is like a common public knowledge, public domain. There's not enough. That's evidence without foundation. That's the problem with justice in this country. Most of your laws, most of your orders, most of your endorsements are all made with evidence without foundation. You just about present like stupid evidence, and just because there's nobody to raise an objection, and my objections for your foundation-less evidence has been quashed by this disorder. Yeah, what does he tell me? It's on the record. This bully, this disorder. You have bullied and destroyed the lives of children. You have destroyed the life of that guy. What's his name? Henry Kaz. That is the whole thing. Familiarity beats contempt. I've been living at the Superior Court of Justice. I've been living there, and I've been watching all of you. I have the eagle's eye. I have perception. I've been watching you. Like this guy, you have ruined people's lives. And I've raised objection after objection when this stupid wicked was a liar. She was a liar, and she's presenting like bullshit evidence. Evidence from Boston, evidence from here, evidence from Colorado, evidence from everywhere without foundation. You just got like a freaking a photocopy or a fax thing, I'm presenting as evidence. And when I raise objection on a foundation, saying, I'm getting sick of you. You're going to either have to shut up and sit down, or I'm going to have to do something about you. This is what the presiding bench tells me at a Superior Court of Justice trial. That's the bullshit kind of justice we have in this society. And you have created this whole thing, mandatory. Can you believe it? Mr. Dasiti is like a hard-boiled Catholic judge. He has made the sign of the cross to me so that I can hold my peace right from the bench. Okay? There's no problem, sir. We're accepting of all religions, even if you're worshipping a dog, your dog, and you're worshipping a dog, and you're kissing your dog's ass, and then you're calling that your religion. We are accepting of that. But, we draw the line when you impose your dog worshipping religion on other people. We have a problem when you impose your mandatory Catholic Church attendance of my children to the same church that Justice Donahue goes to. Can you believe the crock of shit? Justice Donahue, he claims that he has a conflict of interest on my child thing, and Miss Wicked, she knows that this Mr. Egotistic judge is like a Bible, the Catholic Church does not understand the Bible. They don't have a Bible. All they have is what, they don't follow the Bible. If they followed the Bible, if they had any kind of understanding of the Bible, then it would be a